Friends. We talked all about friends, right? So before we get started on our activity today, we want to make sure we remember everybody's fun names, right? So remember, I was jumping Julie. You're going to change it? Okay, when we get...
I just want my name. I don't want to do a play name.
Okay, when we get to you, you can change it. Okay, so remember, I'm jumping Julie.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo, Kayla.
I want to be my own name, Kaden.
Okay, what starts with C for Kaden?
No, I just want my name to be Kaden.
You're just going to be Kaden? Okay, that's fine. And then we have Laughing Lauren. And Creative Callie, that's right. And then last time when we met, we also talked about how we have some rules to make sure we all are treating each other nicely. So let's go over them again. So we all decided together that we're going to be quiet when somebody else is talking. We are going to be positive, and we're going to have fun. That's important. And we just also said no running, and we're going to be nice to everybody. And how do we show that we're being nice to people?
Maybe like when someone's doing something and after, like you like that after they're done, you could say just like, good job.
Okay.
So don't laugh at them when they say it.
And don't laugh when they're saying and sharing. Lauren, how do we be nice to people? Let them have a turn talking. I like that one. And Kaden, what do you think? How do we show that we're being nice? Can you sit up for me, please? Okay. Should we look at somebody when they're talking? Make eye contact with them? Okay, that'd be a good one too. All right, so we talked about the rules we came up with, and then last time, let's sit up, Beth. Thank you. Last time we also talked about something called confidentiality. So when we're all talking here, we talked about how what we talk about stays here in the room. So we don't go back to school and say, oh, did you know what Callie said at our group meeting today? We keep it all to ourselves. But if you want to share with your parents what you talked about, that's totally fine. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's think about friendship. We've talked about that a little bit. And I want everybody to think about at least one thing that makes somebody a good friend. And I need you to sit up for this one, Kaden. All right, thank you. So think about at least one thing that makes somebody a good friend. All right, and so what we're going to do is we're going to take this ball of yarn, and somebody's going to toss you the ball of yarn. And when you catch it, you are going to say one thing that makes somebody a good friend, and then you're going to hold on to that end of the string with one hand like this, and then you're going to toss it to the next person, so it's going to make a big crisscross, okay? So I'll start. So I think somebody is a good friend when they listen to me and what I have to say, and they want to hear what my ideas are. Okay, who has an idea? Oh, Lauren, ready? You going to catch it? There you go. Okay, so somebody's a good friend when they're nice to you and they're nice to other people. I like that. Okay, so hold on to one end with your hand, the string, and then toss the ball to... Oh, Kayla.
I don't have any.
You have a turn. Somebody's a good friend when
if I'm sad, then my friend would always give me a hug and ask like what happened.
So they notice that maybe you're not feeling yourself, maybe a little bit sad, so you can just hold it there. And then they ask you what's wrong, and they want to help you. All right. Ready, Callie? So a friend, somebody's a friend when
they're nice to each other and stuff.
So you see them being nice to you and to other people? Okay. Good catch.
When they're courteous.
And how do you know somebody's courteous? What does that look like?
I don't know. I forget.
Does anybody want to help Kaden remember what being courteous means?
I kind of forget what that means.
So
Cheerful?
So you want to change it to careful?
Cheerful.
Oh, cheerful. So they're cheerful when they're around you. So you guys have fun together. All right. Want to toss it back to me? Whoa, kick throw. Okay, and I also know that I know somebody's a friend when they ask me to do things, and I ask them to do things, and we go do fun things together. And sometimes we like to do similar types of things, right? Okay, so what do we have here?
A star.
We have a star, and does it kind of look like a web too?
Yeah.
And it's all interconnected. So how can we connect that to friendship?
Trying to untie it.
Or are friends connected?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? or weren't all here to make this shape, then
We wouldn't be here.
we wouldn't have this shape. So friends need each other to be happy. Yes?
I don't know if this is like really connected, but like the planets up in the sky are like really close to each other, so like they're sort of connected.
That's true too. Or they depend on each other and they depend on the sun. Okay, all right, thank you for getting started with us. I'll take the string back. And remember last time I gave you, I'm going to take it back. Thanks, bud, but you can play with it later. All right. So at the end of our session last time, I gave you homework, something to think about, right? So let's remind ourselves. So I asked you to look for people who treat you like a good friend. Or to look for times you treat other people like a good friend. And what did they do or what did you do? Kate, did you have an idea? You want to pass it off to Kayla? Okay.
So I have a friend named Michaela. I really wanted a prize, and she won, and then she got a prize, and it's the prize that I wanted, and then she gave it to me.
And she gave it to you? That's a great friend that she was. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing. Callie.
Well, I think a good friend is like they don't have to be like the same as you. You're just like we did the game with how like you're connected, so you're like really really good friends, and like you're nice to other people, and you let if they don't have anyone to play with, then you could ask them to join in, or if they ask you to you could say.
Did you see that happening at school at all last week? Including other people?
Well, my friend me and Kiana were playing, and my friend Lauren and Maria are really good friends, and then Maria was doing something because I like switch off who wants to play what game every recess.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Lauren's turn, and Lauren made up different rules for the game, and then Maria didn't like it, and then Maria made like a face at her, and then Lauren came over to us and asked if she could play with us, and we said, yeah, sure.
Okay, so you include other people too. That's great. Kaden.
Have good sportsmanship.
Good sportsmanship. Did you see that happening at school with your friends last week?
Yeah.
What were you playing?
Kickball.
Kickball. So you had were good sports with your friends playing kickball? Lauren, did you notice anything last week?
No, I have another one.
Okay.
Letting people have turns.
Taking turns with your friends. That's great.
Like getting golf balls.
Making sure everybody has a fair chance.
And let me copy.
She let you what? In line? So she let you join them? All right, I like that too. Okay. So sometimes when we talk about our friends, sometimes things aren't always wonderful. And sometimes do we ever have problems with friends? Like maybe you get in an argument or you disagree on something.
Sometimes that happens at kickball with a lot.
Sometimes that happens at recess.
Yeah, because people think it's unfair things.
Okay, so sometimes there can be problems with friends. So today what we're going to be talking about is what can we do if we have a problem with a friend? Because it's going to happen, and there's ways to kind of solve those problems. To get started, I'm actually going to show you guys something first. To get started, I'm going to show you a quick part of the movie Toy Story. So Toy Story is the movie where there's Woody and Buzz Lightyear and Andy's the little boy. So this is the part of the movie when Buzz has just arrived at the house, and Woody's always been the favorite toy, right? Okay, so what I want you to think about is how Woody's acting, and if he's acting like a good friend. work together. You guys can be this one. Here's a pencil. And then I'm going to have Kayla and Kaden work together. And you can write words or you can draw pictures. But first I want you to talk about and write your answers or your responses to the first two questions. So the first one is, how do you think Woody was feeling when all of that was going on? And then the second one is, how did Woody act? What did he do? So I want Kaden and Kayla, you guys are going to talk about it, and then maybe Kayla can write. And then Callie and Lauren, you guys are going to talk about it, and then Callie can write. And I'll give you, how about 2 minutes to do that? Okay.
Is it fine if we don't finish all of it?
That's fine. Yeah. So just the first two questions.
I think he's feeling sad. What do you? I don't really know. What do you think, though?
Kaden, you want to share with Kayla what you're thinking before you write it down?
Sad. Looks like real sad. King. I know what you're doing. Okay. I think he was being kind of selfish.
No, that's a nice observation. How was he acting? Nice picture, Kaden. Okay. Should we let Kayla have a turn? I know.
He's acting like he wanted someone to play with, and like Buzz Lightyear kind of like just goes in like all ways, and like Buzz Lightyear didn't really look at Woody, and he was feeling, and that she was left out because now Buzz Lightyear's not favorite toy, and all other ones except Woody. You know.
Oh, nice job. And then Kayla, did you want to add what your thoughts were too? That I heard you just mention something about how he was feeling. Just try and spell the best you can. It's okay. Kaden and Kayla have the pencil.
He's a
Thank
super
you.
guy.
So Lauren, what did Woody do? We don't have to do that one yet, but we can in a second. We'll do it in just a minute. I like your pictures.
Kicking a checkerboard. What if the chicken just want to go in his mouth? I'm not trying my best because it takes me a minute.
It doesn't, just a sketch is perfect, but I really like how you're drawing what you noticed. Okay, so while Callie's finishing up her drawing, let's talk about the first question. How do you think Woody was feeling? Lauren, what do you think? How do you think he was feeling?
Sad.
He's feeling sad. Why do you think he was feeling sad?
Because the checkers are looking at him.
Yeah, their toys were flying at him. That's true, but he was feeling, what did he see his friends were doing that made him feel sad?
His other friends, not him.
They were playing with somebody else and not him, and he probably was feeling kind of sad. That's right. Kayla, what did you say?
Sad.
Sad, and then you had another idea too.
Selfish. On the second one, I had selfish.
But he was acting selfish. Okay, that's true. How else do you think he was feeling?
We thought he was feeling sad and mad, so he was sad because they weren't thinking of him, and Buzz Lightyear never ever looked over at him and asked like, "Do you want to join us?" And then for that,
And then I noticed you put mad too. So sad and mad. And then how did he act? How could you tell he was feeling mad?
because he kicked the checkerboard.
He kicked the checkerboard.
Wow.
Right, right. And he slammed the toy box, and all those things show that he was kind of feeling mad.
And Buzz was petting the sleeping dog, and then he just pushed him off the bed.
And then he shoved the toy off the bed too. So those are great observations. So do you think, I know it looks like Woody was feeling sad and mad, but do you think he made the right choices to handle how he was feeling? No? Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. So Kayla and Kaden, your question says,
If you were Buzz, what would you
Okay, so if you were Buzz, what could you have done differently? And then Lauren and Callie's question is,
If you were Woody, what would you have done differently?
if you were Woody, what would you have done differently? So why don't you guys take a minute to talk with your partner and then jot down and draw some ideas. Okay? So Kaden, we're going to work on this one right here, okay?
Kaden, I think Buzz should have asked, like, if he wanted, if it, so, like, you wanted, right, what you would do if you were Woody, and what would you do differently on your side? This is my side, just split it in half. You wanna, what would you have done differently? Write that down, comma, like, drop it on top, no, sorry, no, watch, let me do it. Apostrophe, that's it. Is that like the bed? Did not really care about what he could.
So what could he have done though?
He could have like asked what he wanted to play.
So he could have invited
Yeah, like
Woody over also.
instead of just playing with the other toys, leaving him out.
Right, and maybe he could have spent a moment to notice how Woody was feeling.
Yeah,
And he
he
may
could
have,
have stopped what he was doing and kind of looked at him,
right, and then he may have seen Woody was feeling a little bit upset.
and then he would go talk to him.
That's right. So will you share that in just a second with the others?
Woody.
You're just about done, Kaden?
Okay.
Okay. So Kaden, let's put our pencil down. Callie, you want to put your pencil down? Or you're not good yet? Okay.
I'm just writing how I was.
Okay, that's fine. So when you're all done writing, why don't you go ahead and put your pencil down so I know that you're ready to keep going. I love the magazine.
What is that? Oh, it's a dog and Slinky. Looks weird. Slinky looks weird.
Second.
Oh, Slinky looks weird. I don't know. I just look at Slinky.
The Slinky dog. That's a very nice picture of the Slinky dog. All right.
Didn't care about Woody. But it didn't care about Woody. It said it didn't.
That's okay. Just about done, Callie?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now put your pencil down. Kaden, let's put your pencil down, please. Kaden, put your pencil down, please. Thank you. Okay, so tell me, if you were Buzz, what would you have done differently?
I would see if Woody was okay.
Oh.
Play with him.
I like that, to see if he was okay. That's a great idea. Kayla, what did you think?
I would have stopped. If I was Bud, I would have stopped and kind of look at Woody and kind of see how he was feeling and then go talk to him and ask if he wanted to join.
So instead of just continuing to play, pause for a moment to see and think. I like that. Pause and think, and then go over and see if he was okay. And then it may have been obvious that he wasn't okay. Then invite him. Kaden, can I have your pencil, please? Thank you. Okay, those are great ideas. If you were Woody, what would you have done differently? What do you think, Lauren? You wouldn't have slammed the toy chest. All right. You maybe would have taken a deep breath and tried to calm down first instead of just acting out like that. I like that idea. Callie, what would you have done
I
differently?
would have stopped for a second and thought about what I was doing
Mm-hmm.
and how I was acting and
So take a moment to pause Say, I know I'm feeling pretty upset right now, but I'm going to try and make some better choices about what I'm going to do instead of just acting mad and maybe hurting something or someone. Kayla?
I'm going to kind of add to theirs.
Absolutely.
Like, instead, I have a quicker way to say, like, think before you do that.
Think you before you act. So instead of kicking the checkerboard, you could pause and think, is this a good choice?
And take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. I like that. Those are great
And
ideas.
looking if or checking my hands and face.
That's true. So have you ever seen anyone at school who's having trouble with their friends? Maybe getting in an argument or disagreeing. Callie, you already shared a time when you noticed other kids at school having some trouble with friends.
I got in an argument one time. I got in an argument with my friend Kiana because she wanted to play something and I didn't want to play, and I wanted to play something but she didn't want to play, so we just kind of walked away from each other, took a deep breath, and like the next recess we were back together.
Okay, so you had to take a break from each other in order to calm down. I like that. Kate, did you have an example?
Yeah, so we didn't go or play, and Cole said it was my turn to shoot the basketball, but Brady didn't let him, so then he walked away.
Were you able to solve the problem?
And I was trying to get him, but
You tried to go get him.
yeah, but he wasn't. He just walked farther away from me.
So sometimes it's hard to decide with your friends what you want to play or whose turn it is, all those types of things too. So there's a handy way, if you ever find that you're having a problem with a friend, or maybe you're noticing friends of yours having a problem with each other, there's a little, it's called the ABCs of problem solving. So if you find yourself having one of those problems you've explained or anything else, then you can stop real quickly and do the ABC. So A stands for ask. What is the problem? B is brainstorm or think of different solutions or ways to solve the problem. And then once you have all of your ideas, you need to stop and choose what you think is the best one, the safest and the healthiest one. And then D means do it. There's a bug in front of me. And then E is evaluate the solution. So after everything happens, that's when you get to stop and think, did I make a good choice? Did that go as I planned? Or maybe would I do something differently next time? Okay, so we're going to practice this, and we have a little role play scenario. So Callie and Kayla are going to act out a friend problem that maybe happened at school. And then while they're acting out, Lauren and Kaden, I want you to think about what the problem is and then maybe some ways that we could deal with it differently.
I already know
Okay.
how to say it.
Well, so you can share with us as soon as we're done, okay? All right, are we ready? You guys want to stand right over there and you can act it out?
Can I stand the couch?
No, we're going to stay right here.
Aww.
Sneak it out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Lauren and Kaden, what's your job while they're acting out?
Looking at, like, ask what is the problem.
So think about what the problem is and then ways that they could solve the problem in a better way. Okay, so here they go. Are we ready? Okay.
Hi, how are you? How was your weekend? My pet died inside. Ha ha, cry baby, ha ha, cry baby. Bye, cry baby.
Okay, right. So how are you feeling, Callie?
Sad
Why are you feeling sad?
because they're making fun of me.
They're making fun of you. Lauren, how did you feel when you watched Kayla act like that towards somebody else? You felt bad? Why did you feel bad?
She was laughing at Callie.
She was laughing at her. Yeah, and she was making her cry even more. She was already feeling sad. Okay, so let's go through the ABCs of problem solving and see if we can think of a better way to deal with this. So what was the problem? Kaden.
Her pet died and they were laughing at her and that wasn't nice to do.
They were laughing at her. Okay, so if you were somebody else out at recess and you saw this happening, let's think about what you could do if you saw this happening. So let's brainstorm some solutions. So Kayla, what could you do if you were just watching this all happen?
I kind of would walk up and say,
Okay, so you would walk up and you would stand up for the person who was feeling sad. Kaden, what do you think?
I would go and feel how I'd go and say, I don't know how to explain it like that. I would go and say, how are you feeling? And then I would go talk to the person.
So the person who was feeling sad, you would go up and ask how they were doing? Okay, that's a great idea.
And I would help them.
And you would help, see if you could help them? Okay.
Like, I would take a moment, I would walk up and say, like, why are you guys bullying her? That's not very nice. Like, yeah, I would ask somebody, like, how would you like it if someone did that to you? How would you feel about that?
Okay, so you would talk to the people who were laughing at her.
Like, how would you feel if someone was doing that to you?
That's true, that's true. Lauren, what do you think you could do? What's another idea?
Ask what the problem.
Who would you ask? Everybody?
Person that was sad.
The person that was sad, just go up and ask them what the problem was. I like that idea. Okay, so some of the ideas we brainstormed are, Kayla, you said to stand up for them while it was happening. Kaden and Lauren both said to go up to the person who's being made fun of and ask them what was the problem. And then Callie, your idea was to go up to the people who were making fun of the person and to say, what you're doing is not very nice, and how would you feel if somebody was laughing at you? Okay, so we have lots of fantastic ideas, so now we need to choose the best one. So,
There's me.
what do we think is the best solution?
I think Kayla's.
So Kayla's was while everything's happening, to go up and stand up for the person who's being made fun of.
Yeah.
Do we all agree that that would be a good solution?
Yeah.
Okay, and then what you would do, then you would do it, and then afterwards you would go back and say, how'd that go? Did I make the best choice? So how do you think that would happen? What would happen? How do you think that would go?
It would, like, then the bully would kind of, like, go walk off, and then I would ask the person, like, then make the person feel better.
Okay.
I'd be like, I'll think, and then be like, was that a good thing or not? And then I'd say yes.
Right, so are they feeling better?
Yeah.
Were you able to stop the situation and maybe help the other people realize what I'm doing isn't very nice? So you are kind of helping everybody. So that would be great. Kate, do you have something else to add? No? Okay. So there's this ABCs of problem solving that you could do anytime. So if you notice other people having a disagreement, or like Callie was mentioning, sometimes you're disagreeing with one of your friends about what activity you're going to do, or something else, then you can stop and go through this process in your head real quickly and think about what would be best. Instead of just acting, sometimes when we just act, we don't always make the best decisions, but if we can pause for a moment and think about what our ideas would be and then act, that can be better. Okay, so you have homework again. I know. Okay, so what I want you to do is to think about the ABCs of problem solving this next week. And what I want you to do when you're at recess, or maybe you're at lunchtime, or you're in class, is to look for some friendship problems that might be happening. Maybe with you and one of your friends, or maybe between other people at school. And if you notice a friendship problem happening, then what I would like you to do is to think of other ways that it could have been solved. Maybe you have some better ways that they could have addressed it. Okay? All right, and then just to kind of wrap everything up, we have only one more session. So this is our 2 of 3. And today, what was our main topic? Yes?
Friends.
Friends. And what about friends?
How to treat people, how you want to be treated.
Okay, how to treat people. Then what else did we talk about, Kayla?
Think before that.
We talked about thinking before we act. And Lauren, what was that special process that I showed you? The ABCs of problem solving. So we also talked about, if we're having problems with friends, what are some ways that we can solve it? Okay, so do you think that you might be able to try that out this next week and share with me?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So we'll meet again one more time, and that will be the end of our group session.
Okay.